wings up high, we're lighting up the sky. We're gonna write this story till the
So you are probably logging on today because you want to hear all about how to supercharge your healing business. And just so you know, my name is Lindsay. I run Super Secret Powers Coaching, and I am the founder of the Mystic Web Society. And yeah, I love to help, and I love to help. It's one of those days. No, but I love to help um, witches, light workers, healers, readers, oracles, star seeds, anybody out there who thinks that perhaps they might be a little too out there, get their business rock star on because really, people, the world needs our help, our magic, our service, our love. And like the only way to get there is to get good at selling and good at building your business. And that doesn't have to come from only high ticket sales, and it doesn't have to come from all these crazy things because of the way people market. You know, the newest trend, the this, that, or the other. Because you know what? All business methods can work. It's just a matter of you digging into your value, your magic, your alignment, and really figuring out what works for you to get out there and be able to shine a light that is the value of your service and what you can do for other people, especially your ideal clients. And that is like tip number one today. This isn't really a tip post. This is more of a post live. This is really more of a talking post, but feel free to jump in and ask me any questions as we go. I am raring to go here. I have my comments up, and everything is looking pretty good, other than maybe some internet lag, which is internet speed. Keep up with me. I know I'm on fire, but yeah, one of those days. Alrighty, tighty. So, this talk is for you if you are just starting out in the Reiki business, or if you have not in the Reiki, but if you have a healing business that you are looking to boost so that you can start getting the sales you need, you can start making the profit you need, and da, 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 I'm moving things around on my screen as I'm saying this. And really get out of that rut where you feel that your business is just like pulling you down as you go because lack of sales, because of the crickets, because you don't even know if you're going to be able to make this thing work. I mean, believe me, I have been there. And the certification classes that we all take, um, well, whatever business stuff they have afterward to help you start setting up your business is usually, well, let's face it, usually on the level of MLM level marketing. And I don't feel like that even like nearly touches where you need to be when you're speaking to your ideal client with the results you can get them specifically. Um, because we shouldn't have to kind of slog through the session work to then only make money for attunements. And that's why I kind of see it as like almost like they're teaching it like a pyramid scheme when it isn't a pyramid scheme at all. It's not that you have to pay the highest amount of money out there in order to start making money by being some kind of healing practitioner. It's just that the way they've probably run their business and the way that they have been taught to run their business, usually starts with like this notion of high ticketness. And whatever, because high ticket, of course, does work. Especially if you are going on to want to certify people so that they can create their own business. That is certainly a high end result. So it's a little bit of whatever, based on who you want to serve. Where that high end product comes in. But part of my point here is that they don't go deep enough into the actual branding of their business until, like, maybe they're already succeeding and already have some of the high level clients or the high level courses in place to do the certifications. And they kind of like skipped the I'm going to master my sessions. Because how many people out there, like in this talk, have gone and Googled Reiki near me? I'm only saying Reiki because it's on the top of my head because I have a Reiki client. And so I'm like, most of my examples come down to Reiki. But these work for any healing modalities. Um, but no, honestly, tell me in the comments, have you ever, you've Googled, Andrea says she Googled Reiki near me. And is that a common thing? Well, I know Andrea does a lot of traveling too. So you do that. Do you do that in the context of traveling, or do you frequently look up Reiki businesses near you? Oh, it's okay. I won't wait for her reply. I'm just sitting here like, because I have a whole other video I have to go and do after this for that content challenge I was talking about at the beginning of this. Um, this was business examples. See? She's not doing it because she wants to find a Reiki practitioner. And I know, because I know Andrea, that when Andrea does want to look for help, she looks for people who speak to her and her problems and how she feels. And she looks for that emotional connection with the person and how they work and what they offer. And it doesn't come down to, I am just looking for a Reiki practitioner. This is why we have to go deep in our branding when we're talking about being a business owner in the spiritual field. Because most of your clients aren't going to understand. They're not going to understand exactly what you do or why you do it or why you believe it. They're not going to understand if they believe it. But they are looking for a result. They are looking for change in their lives. So that is where we have to speak to them at. And knowing which kind of problems, which kind of challenges, which kind of healing journeys are our own zones of genius. So that way we can better define our ideal clients. And once you have an idea of the kinds of healing journeys you like to take with people, you need to then kind of flip around your whole marketing and your positioning, your brand positioning, and your packaging so that it reflects the result. It reflects who they want to be. Maybe not immediately after they do like your one package with you, but the overall journey that they want to take to be something, to feel something. So, let me flip over to GPT here because I did a cute little example here. All right, so I put in the prompt and I already have GPT seasoned to my business. I said, let's pretend I'm going to launch a new line of Reiki sessions for my ideal clients. Please help me come up with ideas for each of my clients' avatars for the perfectly positioned Reiki package That is all I put into GPT, having already seasoned it for my business. So for my healthcare person who's interested in healing, that avatar for my business, it came up with the idea Reiki renewal for healthcare healers. So we have like how people might identify themselves, or if they read that, they would know that's for them, healthcare healers or healthcare people who are interested in healing, and Reiki renewal. So it's about renewal, it's not about Reiki. Reiki's just the qualifier to just explain what kind or how the renewal is happening. But you don't even need that in there necessarily, especially if you're a multifaceted practitioner. If you have more than one modality, you don't necessarily want to throw in all of the modalities in that title. And that's where it is beneficial to brand your own style and give it a name. Now, in your marketing, you're going to have to explain what that is every so often. But that way, it really becomes you and it's particular to you, and people know that or get the sense that it's not just one thing, it's like years of experience built into this. Like the whole value proposition behind that and naming your combo of magical genius when you get into session is like that's invaluable to me. So let's move on to the other client packages. So then there is Mia, the spiritual entrepreneur, my second avatar. And GPT said Reiki empowerment for spiritual entrepreneurs. It is a bi weekly Reiki session focused on balancing entrepreneurial energy and fostering spiritual alignment. Personalized energy assessment and goal setting session. Monthly group Reiki circles with other spiritual entrepreneurs, and business energy clearing sessions to align the business's energetic signature with the owner's vision. Those are the features. Like, just from that one little prompt, that's what I got. And now, see, when it comes to looking at these titles, so it was Reiki Renewal for Healthcare Healers, Reiki Empowerment for Spiritual Entrepreneurs. I wouldn't look at that as the title. I would look at that as the main premise. Like, here's my concept idea, and then really dig into what your clients say that they want to experience, that they want to grow toward, that they want to heal toward, and all that kind of good stuff. And start using those words kind of against them. Against them, but really ultimately for them. Because that's just going to make it that much more resonant. And this is like the base level of branding that we need to get into in order to start coming from this place of this has a deeper and much more intrinsic value, of being able to showcase that this has a much deeper and intrinsic value than just here lie on the table and I might put my hands on you, I might not. It's up to you. Because that kind of like leaves people like, well, how is this session supposed to work? If they're totally new to it. And really honing in on who you want to work with, it lights you up. And it lights you up to know that you get to go into session with this person, because not only are you going to feel more confident, because you're coming from your zone of genius, but it makes the work so much more potent and so much more powerful by holding this boundary and this structure for your business and your packages in place. And it doesn't have to come from this place of bragging. And it doesn't have to come from this place of like, well, who am I to offer this? Because you're already getting kind of that energetic communication feedback that it's going to work because you already jive with this kind of person. So it's going to feel like this natural extension of you that you're going to want to talk about. You're going to want to be like, oh, yeah, I did this awesome thing. Where do you hear this? I had a session and it was so incredible. This person was amazing. And I got to work with them, and that was really cool. And the things that came up, like, wow, like I've never had such a deep personal connection with just a brand new client before. But we have to be in this space where we step out of our fear of scarcity. We step out of our fear of failure. And we lean into the understanding that we have to grow with our business. And we have to grow our own limits and our own resilience so that we can come from a place of security within us. Because are we being effective business owners? And are we being effective energy healers if we're always coming from this place of worry and fear and, oh my God, my world's about to fall apart, I'm a hot mess? Does that really serve the thing that you envisioned you'd be doing? And I'm not saying stuff your emotions down. We have to work through this. This is part of the spiritual and kind of shadow work that has to happen in order to stand in our own value. But that whole thing becomes so much easier when we align it with our love. When we align it with where we know that beautiful, flowing, deep resonance happens. And then being able to talk about the results and the journey specifically that happens when we do that. And I know it's hard in the beginning. Like you're just starting out, maybe you've only had your tester clients, so you really don't know who you like to work with yet because you've never done that yet. Start with the people you know you like. And design is like pick your best friend just to start somewhere. Pick your bestest friend, the one you've never had a fight with. Or if you've had a fight, it's a beautiful growth moment. And it feeds your soul. Pardon me. And design a package specifically for them. And make it fair and balanced, price-wise, for, energy exchange-wise. I just make that package something that they would have a really hard time saying no to. Like build out the features, build in what they might need, build in the tone of, and see how it goes. And then maybe bring it to one of my videos here and I can look at it with you. Because I love doing that. I find that fun. I find that is like kind of where my zone of genius is, because I can kind of like really hone in on what it needs to be and where the potential is for that package. Not necessarily in changing it all up, but just making those little tweaks so that it becomes that much more clear that this is meant for a specific thing, for a specific type of person. And yes, this is niching, but start somewhere. You don't have, even multi-passionate people have to pick a place to start. Because it can't happen all at once unless you already have a huge team behind you to do, this person's handling this project, that person's handling that project. If you're a solo entrepreneur, and I understand this completely, there's only so much time and energy in a given day. And you have to focus. You have to focus on one thing, even if it's just for this month or this season. And then you change up whatever package you're offering or who you want to work with for the next season. That is actually how business works. And if you're multi-passionate enough that you really have to explain why you're switching back and forth, that is really when you need to really look at your brand and what are the energetic keys that all of those things are aligning with, so that you can pull everything under into like what they call like a house of brands when you're talking about brand structure. And it sounds complicated because there's jargon, because there's businessy ways to think about this, but it isn't. Because our business isn't just about being magical and being impressive to somebody on that level, having that kind of ego pride thing, like this is Reiki, and or this is like I'm a multi lineage, like and that might impress some people. Is that going to impress your best friend? I don't know, because we're starting there at least with the example. If it doesn't, because maybe they have no idea what that means, probably doesn't need to be in your marketing. You probably need to make it about that person. And what did they want to experience? And what do you want to facilitate happening? And I have a whole bunch of announcements. Housekeeping, housekeeping, housekeeping. All right. I did a really cool thing the other day. Let me see if I can find my sticky notes, because I have the link in my sticky notes. I need you all to go to there it is, my messenger on my business page. There's the link for that. And when you get there, type in Oracle, the word Oracle, on my business page messenger. Putting instructions in here. Here we go. Because cool stuff. Because it's a surprise. Because I was just like, oh, look what I can do. Okay. I don't know how that's going to show up, but okay. So, if you haven't guessed, if you type in Oracle, it's going to give you an Oracle message right in the messenger. So go and see them all. Because I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. But Andrea is agreeing here and saying she wants to be unique as well. You are unique. Your business is unique. Even if you are a Holy Fire Reiki practitioner, your business is still going to be unique. And I was talking about this the other day in my Mystic Web Society content thing. That differentiation happens in so many different ways, especially when we don't, when we look at templates and we look at the formulas and we see like maybe all the pieces we should be talking about, but then we really kind of like internalize that, and we learn from the template like how to construct something, how to construct a message. And then we go and we put ourselves deeply into that, and what we believe and what we think and what we feel about our business. Because it's different. That is the secret sauce. The secret sauce is you and your relationship to your work, and how you know how to present that so somebody knows that it is for them. And that is completely unique. So that differentiation in the market is actually always happening. It happens in the way you construct your offers, in the way you pitch and talk about your offers. It talks about, it happens in how you talk about Why you started your business, your big why, your mission, your vision, in your content, how you structure your funnels, like all of that normal business stuff is where we can actually have this beautiful advantage because we understand the depths of where we want our clients to go without having to do all of the market research. Like we can look at the person we just worked with and say like, look at where they were when they came in and what they thought the problem was, and look at how they actually feel at the end. What a beautiful journey. Like we're used to kind of thinking like that. And that is how, like, that's the information you need to market, or market effectively from this place of value and a deeper branded experience for you and your clients, and having that tailored detail stuff to the people you love to work with. And I'm not saying all the prices then need to be high end, because you need to look at, what people are willing to pay in certain categories, what their expectations are in certain categories, and follow that first. And then once you've started kind of tapping out on how much you can handle in small group work and more one-to-one work, then maybe you consider raising some prices so you start getting even more aligned clients, the people who are actually ready to do the deeper work and found the value in it. And I'm not saying that then needs to go from like 500 to 5,000, that all that is so deeply personal to you and how you want to run your business and who you want to continue to serve or not serve or up level clients for, or that is like your vision. So even that is a differentiator and something you could just be talking about in your posts or mentioning in your bios or in your sales pages about why your price is the way it is. All right, so my second announcement, if I can remember what it was. Oh, my second announcement is for, oh, you know what? I don't think Facebook did that. No, it didn't. It does not like to do the things I need it to do. I had told it to put this group in, to feature it, this Facebook group, and it didn't do it. So there we go. I am starting a Facebook group called the Mystical Entrepreneur Free Growth Collective, where I plan on really going into a lot of this stuff and offering more free talks and advice, and really get the ball rolling with getting people the help that they need, or the shift in perspective that they need on their own marketing to really start growing, because we need to, that's what I want to see in the world. I want to see what happens when our light worker, witchy, intuitive, healing women, wild women, when we finally kind of light up the world with our own success. Because wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, imagine what would be possible, especially with some of the challenges we have in our American society today. All right, so let me know what you think about the Oracle prompt on my Super Secret Powers Messenger inbox thing. You just type in Oracle when you go to the link. Let me know how it works. You'll be my guinea pigs on that, because I only really finished it yesterday. But I was so like, oh my God, this is so cool. And so, lastly, my loves, If you feel like you need to start in on this work or get a deeper understanding of how a brand can be this like whole encompassing, beautiful environment that's based on your value, and it's something that you can really just light the world up with, I invite you to go ahead and grab my Brand Your Magical Genius Instant Access Workshop. It's over 3 hours long, where me and my Reiki client actually go in deep on hashing out all of her brand data. So all of the things she thinks and feels, and where all the pieces go, and how this is going to then lead to like the most aligned content, and how this is going to lead to future programs. Like we really just get into it. 3 hours. We're writing things down. I have the whiteboard out, showing her how to piece things together. Like, just all in, right? Because there's no, like, for me, there's no other way to go. It's all in. I'm like, let's do this. Because, Aries, Leo rising. All right. The Brand Your Magical Genius Workshop is, of course, right in the comments. Don't forget to go and type in Oracle at Super Secret Powers in the inbox, or in the messenger. You message me and you type in Oracle, and you'll get your own Oracle readings. And yeah, join the free group. It is not started yet, so you're just going to kind of be hanging out there until I am ready to launch the Mystical Entrepreneur Free Growth Collective. All right. I will see you next Wednesday, and I will see you around the webs. And have a blessed day.
Hands up high, we're lighting up the sky. We're gonna write